So interesting because recently in El Clásico, home field advantage hasn't really been such a big factor, right? Both teams have been able to get good results out of home. So even the idea of playing in El Bernabéu is going to be, it may or may not be a factor. You never know when El Bernabéu is going to be a factor or not. But it's what I've spoken to several players from La Liga, and the first question I always ask them when I hang out with or speak with a player is, what is the most challenging stadium to play in as a guest, right? And very many of them always say El Bernabéu. Why is that? So if you've been to El Bernabéu, it's a very, very, of course it's big, but many stadiums are big. It's a very vertical stadium, right? So when you're playing, it feels like the stands are like on top of you, right? So this is, and again, I would not know as a player, but this is what they've told me, that the voices kind of have this ability to echo in a very different way, while El Camp Nou, also an amazing stadium, is more open. And so, sure, you've got 100,000 or 80,000 people, but it's apparently something to do with the fact that it's so tall. It makes it so much more of a dense kind of feeling, right? The screams and the chants and the singing is always much more compacted, and like I said, it feels like they're falling on top of you, right? So look, being in El Bernabéu as a player has to be absolutely amazing, but as a fan, as a reporter, as the Bongda reporter we'll see very soon, it's an amazing experience. There's so much energy. It's something that I think, look, 183 countries will be watching El Clásico. 183 countries. Just think about that. It's hundreds of millions of people. And there's reason for it. I think everybody knows, that's where you very often, if not always, see the best football that you will ever see in a given year. It's a privilege to watch. So, whether you support one team or another, that's fine. But I think we can all appreciate how incredible it is to even just witness two teams that are so powerful play twice a year, right? That are so admired, and so and they also have such varying styles. So it's incredibly unique to see how those two styles match up. So to answer your question about Zidane and Setien, look, Zidane always seems to be able to give discipline to his team. He's made Real Madrid become very, very serious, very formal, when they step on the field lately, they play in a way that shows that they're focused, usually. And in this case, what we can see is they're the best defending team in Europe right now, right? So they've only let in, I believe, 17 goals in the whole season, which puts them at the top of all the top 5 European clubs in terms of defending, which is surprising, right? Real Madrid is known for its attack usually, and yet here they are, because of Zidane's kind of focus on discipline and being prepared, that they're above Liverpool and Atletico Madrid, number 2 and 3, in terms of goals allowed. So that's a very relatively new thing for Real Madrid to be coming into El Clásico with. While Barcelona, the thing about Barcelona is, I think they're the most disciplined team I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't matter if it's in the 93rd minute, they can and will score on you, right? So Barcelona has this ability to never give up, to always know and always believe that they are better than their opponent. And that's, I think, one of the most amazing things about Barcelona. They know they're better, and they will always kind of finish it until the last minute. And look, Real Madrid have this ability to, Sergio Ramos, 93rd minute, how often has that happened, I think Real Madrid is about believing in miracles. I'd say that's the difference. I'd say if I were to, and that's of course only my opinion, but I'd say if I were to compare how they step on the field, I'd say Barcelona is discipline and knowing that they're the best, while Real Madrid, it's knowing that they have the ability to do the impossible. And that's what I think makes it such an exciting game to watch.
In the first